Talladega just delivered absolute chaos, and it changed everything in seconds. A massive 26-car crash wiped out half the field, right as Bubba Wallace was leading. And while contenders were taken out, one unexpected name rose through the wreckage. Did we just witness a turning point in the NASCAR season? At Talladega Superspeedway, a 26-car pileup exploded on lap 115. Bubba Wallace was leading at the time before getting caught in the crash. The incident was triggered after contact involving Ross Chastain. The race was red flagged for cleanup, and several big names, including Blaney and Joey Logano, were unable to continue. Out of the chaos, Carson Hocevar emerged and secured his first career Cup Series win, narrowly beating Buescher, one of the biggest wrecks in recent memory, and it flipped the entire race. Talladega has always been unpredictable, but this was extreme even by its standards. Superspeedway racing is built on tight packs, high speeds, and constant contact. That combination creates opportunity, but also disaster waiting to happen. Wallace wasn't just leading, he had controlled the race multiple times. For a driver still chasing consistency and playoff security, this was a critical moment. Instead, it ended in frustration, and it's not just Wallace. Blaney, Logano proven winners at this track gone in an instant. That's the reality of Talladega. Performance doesn't guarantee survival. From a season standpoint, races like this can completely reshape momentum. Drivers who should be gaining points lose ground. Underdogs suddenly steal headlines, and playoff implications shift overnight. Let's break down what really happened here. This wasn't just a big wreck. This was a chain reaction driven by the nature of superspeedway racing. Cars run inches apart. Airflow matters as much as horsepower, and one small miscalculation triggers a domino effect. The contact involving Ross Chastain and Bubba Wallace didn't look catastrophic at first glance, but at Talladega speeds, minor contact doesn't exist. Once a car gets unstable in that pack, it turns into a pinball effect, exactly how drivers described it afterward. Now here's the key issue. Is this just part of racing or a growing problem? NASCAR has leaned into this style because it produces drama. Big packs, big wrecks, big moments, but there's a cost. Top contenders are eliminated not by strategy or skill, but by circumstance. And that raises a serious competitive question. Are these races rewarding the best drivers or just the luckiest survivors? Now flip to the winner, Carson Hocevar. This is where chaos becomes opportunity. Hocevar didn't cause the wreck, he avoided it. And at tracks like Talladega, that's a skill in itself. Positioning, awareness, timing, it all matters. But let's be real, without that crash, the outcome could look very different. That doesn't take away from the win, but it does highlight the razor-thin line between victory and elimination in this format. Strategically, teams now face a dilemma. Do you race aggressively to control the pack, or hang back and hope to survive the inevitable wreck? There's no perfect answer, and that's what makes Talladega both thrilling and controversial. Fans are split but engaged. Some love it. They see this as peak NASCAR, unpredictable, intense, and impossible to look away from. Others are frustrated. Seeing top drivers taken out in a single moment feels less like competition and more like chaos deciding the outcome. On social media, the phrase "big one" is trending again because this was exactly that. Media coverage is focusing on two things: the scale of the crash and the opportunity it created for a first-time winner. It's spectacle versus structure. And that debate isn't going away. This race injects energy into the season. New winners like Carson Hocevar shake up the standings. Fans stay engaged, and the unpredictability becomes a strength. Drivers adapt, teams refine strategy, and the chaos becomes controlled aggression. These massive wrecks become the story too often. Top drivers keep getting eliminated early, and questions grow louder about whether superspeedway racing is too dependent on luck. If that perception builds, it could impact how seriously these results are viewed. So here's the question: did Talladega just deliver the kind of chaos NASCAR needs, or is this style of racing starting to hurt the sport's competitive integrity? Drop your take below. And for more in-depth breakdowns like this, stay locked in with SportsWire USA.